Good afternoon, everybody. And the Northern Cape Tourism Authority is the destination marketing agency for the Northern Cape. So we've also heard from all the many speakers before us that the COVID pandemic really impacted on global travel, South Africa industry, but also in the Northern Cape. We really witnessed daily reports of a downward spiral of our tourism industry. When the president declared a period of national disaster and announced a national lockdown, which felt like years ago, but it is practically just a year ago, we still didn't really understand the effect that it will have on the South African economy and the Northern Cape economy and our travel and tourism sector. March and April are normally peak periods for international tourist arrivals to the Northern Cape, and the Easter and winter holidays, peak periods for our domestic holidaymakers to the Northern Cape. Lockdown therefore meant financial disaster for the travel and tourism industry within the Northern Cape. During the first 2 months of lockdown, of course, like everybody else, we just attended a number of webinars, online presentations, meeting from the various industry leaders, the United World Tourism Organization, South African Tourism, and various other bodies. And then, of course, we also try to encourage our tourism industry to be part of this and to also learn what is the effect of this pandemic. So we have also learned from these webinars some insights that domestic travel will start first and people will really travel just close to their house, so within 3 hours, before they will look at further travel. We've also seen that people will demand and expect that post-pandemic there will be demand for higher value. We have seen a more demand for sustainable and responsible tourism experiences. And we also have seen that we really need to reimagine and repackage our current experiences. And of course, like we've also heard from previous speakers, that the demand will be initially led by the 25 to 45-year-olds. Likewise, in the MICE industry, we've also seen that they have to really rely now on technology. They will have to be really ensure that their venues will really focus that they can present hybrid events. And of course, I will not continue on this more because we've heard it again and again. Likewise, with the SMME products, we have heard that they really need to build a competitive advantage through collaboration and cooperation. They really need to be online. Again, as the speakers before me emphasized, if you're not online, you cannot make any business. So we also did the various surveys to see the impact on the pandemic on the tourism industry within the Northern Cape. And we have used these insights to create the recovery program for the Northern Cape. In partnership with the Department of Economic Development and Tourism, the tourism unit, the Northern Cape Tourism Authority identified 3 phases for the recovery of the Northern Cape tourism industry. The first 2 quarters of last year was very much just survival. Then the second and the third and the fourth quarter, we were looking at recovery, and we were hoping that already in the first quarter of the new financial year of 2021-22, we can look at thriving. But of course, the new lockdown in December, of course, put a hold onto all those. So we find us still very much in the recovery period. So we continued with the webinars and virtual meetings, and with SATSA and various other bodies, we presented recovery and webinars to the industry to really also not support only the businesses, but also the emotion and psychological aspect of all our industry. Definitely the need for technology was more and more evident, and we encourage our tourism industry to adopt technology and a new way of doing business. And they should also take advantage of the new technology opportunities and free online training models available to the industry. And of course, we've seen again that this is the new way of doing business. But then we were looking also at the other insight that we've learned is that you need to keep the destination on top of mind. Whether people were not able to travel, they definitely traveled in their mind and imagination and online. And the Galagadi 20 20th birthday anniversary offered a beautiful opportunity for us to keep this destination top of mind, not only in our domestic markets, but also internationally. So we did a beautiful online, of course, everything online, presentation and promotion of Khalkhadi on the press, as well as on all our social media platforms, and to really, really promote Khalkhadi and the Northern Cape. We also produced several small videos that was played on WhatsApp groups and on any other advertising platform possible that we have put this on. And of course, you can see and play these links for yourself when you download this. Then September, November came around and wonderful flowers. And of course, the lockdown moved down to level 3. And it was possible to do inter-provincial travel. And then it was, of course, now the opportunity to again promote the Northern Cape and the beautiful flower offering that we have. But also, while we're doing that, we also had to maintain interest into the Northern Cape destination. And we made use of all the trade platforms that was presenting itself. We also developed and produced our own 8 new e-newsletters that we have sent through to promote our route and bucket list experiences. We attended various webinars and e-meetings to promote the Northern Cape. And then also we did also a number of e-presentations that we mailed everywhere. Of course, such as the 600 Thompson's travel agents with South African tourism and SA embassies, as well as we attended the ATM virtual show. We continued with all this. We did 2 destination webinars and speed marketing sessions with SATSA, where we've seen about 250 trade engagement and presented about 27 Northern Cape products and route experiences. Likewise, we did the 2 Derek Houston online trade workshops. We attended World Travel Market London, ITB, and just recently we did the on-show Solutions 5-country trade workshop. And in between all of that, we kept on attending SA Tourism International offices where they are learning about the new experiences and offering that to their clients. Then, of course, now it was spring and it was tourism month, and this was the first time that we could actually travel. And I must say, that was a wonderful experience after several months that we couldn't leave Kimberley. It was just amazing to get in our cars and travel. So the official Northern Cape Tourism Month celebration was hosted in Springbok, with, of course, observing all the COVID protocols and limited guests and media. And that also really translated in great experiences and awareness of the Northern Cape experience. Of course, the flowers was so amazing, and people from all over South Africa traveled to the Northern Cape to see the beautiful offering. I can see it's amazing flowers that we had there. It also was on television. I think even the media was just so thankful to get away and do something, so that we had a really, really good turnout of our media partners that joined us on the trip. And increasingly, we are looking to social influencers to help us market and promote the Northern Cape as a very, very doable destination for domestic family holidays. And of course, social influencers come in all sizes and ages. Here we've seen 2 elderly couples that also just had enough of the lockdown, and they just jumped in their vehicles, hooked their caravans, and off they went on a mega tour of the Northern Cape. We also have seen at the opening of event opportunities. We hosted the Battle of the Sports and Verneekpan, that is outside between Uppington and Caldinia. And there the 3 teams, rugby, cricket, soccer, and athletics, they all competed on this terribly hectic pan to see who can do the challenge the fastest. So the reason why they did this challenge, it was a 200-kilometer challenge per team over the 5 weeks, was to really also get money together for COVID. But also part of the summer, the tourism month offering was, of course, also offerings and packages for the Northern Cape to come and visit. Then October, we looked at how to really get people to travel to the Northern Cape during the summer. And of course, people that normally travel to Bali or everywhere else in the world now simply could not go anywhere. And we thought this is the perfect opportunity to turn those travelers around and ask them and promote the Northern Cape to them as a different experience. So the Northern Cape Summer Differently campaign really went very, very well. We also did this in partnership with South African Tourism, who also did a 9-week campaign with 9 provinces to also promote, again, after the national lockdown, people from South Africa to really get out and about. So our campaign was really fourfold. We did the launch activation with South African Tourism. We did it on various advertising platforms. We also did an experiential fam trip with our tourist guides to really upskill them, and again created some affordable travel packages. So the official opening was then in the Kimberley surrounding area, which we also wanted to showcase to our provincial travelers that they should need to get to know their neighborhoods and their province. These were some of the artwork for the advertising, social media again that we did. And if you want to click on these 2 speakers, we had really beautiful adverts that were running in Cape Town and in Johannesburg, and just saying they used to go to Bali for diving, skiing in the Alps, why not come to the Northern Cape, kayak on the Orange River. So this was kind of the scene for all the radio jingles that went out to focus people's minds away from international travel to possibilities in the Northern Cape. Some of the packages that we did again for the summer. And then currently, we are now starting again a new campaign was Active Northern Cape. So again, we've seen the latest insights is where people are really looking for being outdoors, to be active outdoors. And this is our current campaign that we are now launched, is to again say it is a wonderful family holiday experience and holiday differently, keep it local, but also at the same time being active. I was mentioning briefly that we also look at the provincial market as very important to us, and we have created targeted campaigns for the Northern Cape traveler. Know your neighborhood, know your province. And there's just some of the campaign creative that we did. So for each of the 5 regions, we did in the local newspapers, what are the things immediately surrounding in their towns, how to explore it, and then also added the route experiences that they can get to know their province. There again are some of the links, and here we again took a very, very different take on advertising to the Northern Cape, because each region again has their own language, their own culture, and we sent a basic advert to all the different radio stations in the Northern Cape and asked the DJs or people that they know that can really work it into their language. So each and every one of the regions used the language that of the radio stations from Setswana, Sotho, English, Afrikaans, and in their own slang. And this was also really resonating so well with the people in that region. And we've also really seen people embracing travel again because it comes in their own voice. So that was it. So thank you very much. That was just briefly how we went out to market the Northern Cape using those insights that we had from all the various webinars that we attended early on, our recovery program that we've put into place, and then all the opportunities that we have created. So yes, truly, we have seen opportunity and we have made use of those and created our own opportunities around the flower experiences, creating our Summer Different experience campaign, as well as now Northern Cape Active. So that very much also resonate with the Astro experiences that Caroline was referring to, as well as the adventure experiences that Johan was talking to. So thank you. And for you that are not from the Northern Cape, we hope to see you in the Northern Cape soon. Thank you.